Alright, meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Significant severe weather day coming Wednesday into Thursday, including Wednesday night for some areas, which will be bad because the nocturnal tornado threat will be existent. And this will be in the Roanoke Valley and Lynchburg, Blacksburg, down to Raleigh. Just going to be a mess tomorrow. We see right now is a slight risk in places like Roanoke and Raleigh, Lynchburg, Blacksburg, Greensboro, North Carolina. The enhanced level is a little further west, mainly because of the line. And the 500 millibar chart is crazy too, and we'll take a look at that. But this is for tomorrow, and as the evening goes on, it moves to the east, and there isn't going to be weakening overnight. There's a lot of low-level jet available, and there is a crazy STP area, and I'll show you that here momentarily. So tomorrow is going to be a rough day into Thursday morning. Have a way to get warnings in the middle of the night, because if you go to sleep, you're going to need that. Then it moves east. As the storms clear Roanoke, they will become marginally severe for southern Jersey, Philadelphia, down through Delaware, Maryland, D.C., Baltimore, Richmond, down to Virginia Beach is an enhanced risk, and this will also include tornadic activity in those said areas. And Virginia Beach just had a tornado this past weekend. So it's going to be a rough time and rough showing. Just a little bit here is the GFS. That blue and the shear comes up through the Roanoke area. And what do we see on our sounding? We see tornado, and we see southeast to southwest winds. The low level is really strong, and there is a nice hodograph on that. And then we look closer down as we go closer to the bottom. We will see the supercell perimeter of 6.8. The STP is over 2. The SHIP is over 3. That right there is likely going to raise 2, but that is a good indication of severe and tornadic threats here. The Cape values are going to be near 1500. That's well and good supportive of a tornado. The LCL, effective layer shear, is something you got to look at. So there's a lot to be said for the chance of tornadoes coming in tomorrow and tomorrow night here in Roanoke and Southwest Virginia and North Carolina. So very much need to be keeping an eye on what's going on, because now we're going to pull up the EHI, and that's Enhanced Helicity Index, and look what happens there. Like I said, Roanoke area, you're in that area too. So I mean, this is a very much I would like to say crazy time coming up. Tomorrow we're going to come over to the NAM, and like I'm going to show you here, it's going to be similar. Now we go through when we go through the radar, you'll see showers and thunderstorms come into the area, and then it bursts out with some supercells, then a line. So there, and there's the low pressure. So low pressure is close by, and that's the issue. And here's your STP, which is just a significant tornado perimeter. Watch what happens over Virginia and parts of North Carolina when this STP comes in. Here we go. Any yellows or anything in any colors is bad. The darker the colors, the worse it is. And look what it's doing. It's going backwards. It's has some backing, and you see that yellow and orange gets in Roanoke and Lynchburg, and Danville gets some heavy reds, and back to Roanoke again for some heavy reds. This is a bad omen. And then that actually moved closer to New Jersey, and the 500 millibar is even crazier, because 500 millibar actually shows some things that are even more interesting. Let me pull that back up, see if I can grab that for you. Let's see, 500 millibar chart, wind speeds. I want to take a look at this. Take a look at this, because this is going to get interesting. Look at that wind in the upper level. Look at that low level jet stream over Virginia. That is remarkable. It's a negatively tilting trough. This is and even into New Jersey. This is what we have to watch out for. This is what causes tornadoes. And I hate to say it, but I believe there is going to be some tornadoes. And my worst fear is it's going to be tomorrow night. And nocturnal tornadoes are the deadliest because people are asleep and they don't know what's coming. So, being said, please take this seriously if you're listening. Have a way. Weather radio. If you don't have one, you can buy one. Most places are starting to sell them, especially hardware stores, Radio Shacks, things of that nature. Some of the ones with turn handles have the weather radio input into it. Please get a weather radio. Stay up and monitor what's going on. Have a phone app that gives you warnings that will make loud sounds. Most all phones will go off if there's a tornado warning automatically, unless you've declined it. So that being said, please have a way to get warnings tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. It is going to be rough. I fear for the potential for tornadoes, like I said, across Virginia. And definitely the overnight issue could be the biggest problem. And we need to really be safe on that. Make sure that you know where the lowest level, where you go to. Your lowest level, your house, into a bathroom if you don't have a basement if you do. If you're in a mobile home, you need to evacuate that mobile home. Maybe try to stay with a friend overnight. Just do not want to see death here based on tornadoes or even damaging thunderstorm winds. It's a scary thought. It's looking rougher and rougher, and I'm just trying to be the best advocate for a warning. So please pay attention to the weather. I'll be updating, and please be ready for this as it comes in tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros. Thanks for watching. Be safe, and make sure your family spreads around. Make sure your family knows too. Talk to you later.